a lot of us went to boarding schools and we saw a lot of things there. We did a lot of things
Yeah.
there, not just that we saw a lot of. The question is, how many people are going to be honest about their virginity in this current age and
Well,
time?
like, are you a virgin hunter? Like,
A lot of kings became kings at a very young age. When they were
like,
said, go out and talk to women, find a
yeah.
young and innocent one, and groom her into the woman you want her to be. Exactly, exactly. If you are saying a 24-year-old cannot go for somebody that's 18, 19, that means a 30-year-old too cannot go for somebody that is 25 or so. I mean, what's the logic? What's the reasoning behind that? Is it the age gap or is it the maturity gap? What exactly is the logic?
There's this popular Nigerian Twitter influencer that made a peculiar tweet of recent. He said, met a very sweet girl yesterday. She will be turning 18 by July. Has never been in a relationship, has never even kissed a guy before. And from what she is saying, her parents are very strict, which is a major green flag. She sounds so reasonable and innocent, beyond whatever she is saying. You could actually sense the innocence from her mannerisms. She is so fond of her dad and brother. Most importantly, her dad is a landlord in Lagos and owns his own duplex in the village as well. So you just know this one was not raised in severe lack and actually has love to give. Gentlemen, more girls are turning 18 every day. The scarcity of virgins only exists in your mind. She is the fourth virgin I am meeting just this month. That could be a red flag, but let's go on. Go out and talk to women. Find a young and innocent one and groom her into the woman you want her to be to you. Leave Komodo dragons alone. Leave trash for Loma. Okay, wahala. Wahala, not too much. Kane, what do you think on this topic?
This guy just caused this tweet. This tweet was, I think it was tweeted on Saturday, 12th April. So it has been causing commotion since this guy dropped his tweets. Now war. The guy
Real
basically
war.
started like as a World War III on Twitter NG guy. Because there are so many key areas from this whole this tweet that he tweeted and the whole conversation from it. So okay, now to break down his own point of view now, to approach his own point of view now. Okay. So he yes, that means now that he has met her, she's still 17. So and then he has asked her age, which I believe is something that we have to be careful in this generation now. Because when you go out to meet
all these
people,
young girls that will be pretending.
So apart from pretending, some of them they don't look their age.
Yeah, sure.
It's not everybody that looks on their age. Some people look like they're 20, 25 already. You go ask them their age, I'm hearing that they are 16.
It's crazy, bro.
That's
I don't go
okay.
lie
So,
for you.
okay. He has done his due diligence there. He has asked about her age. So she has never been in a relationship. She has never kissed a guy before. She's from a strict family. Well, okay, at least okay. But the thing is now, in this generation, well, you don't know for sure. You can only trust. You can only maybe trust what the person is saying. Now,
okay,
I'm not
about the
saying that
virginity part,
impossible.
Abi. About the virginity part.
Females
always lie. Females always lie about that. Even you see lots of females that are grown. They keep lying. They keep lying about these things.
The question is, how many people are going to be honest about their virginity in this current age?
Well, she might be so innocent that she doesn't have to lie. She's still young because the odds are actually lower. If you meet an 18-year-old and a 30-year-old, there's higher chances of the 18-year-old.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of us went to boarding schools and we saw a lot of things there. We did a lot of things there. Not just that, we saw a lot of things.
I didn't follow people
introduced a lot of vices.
I did hear you.
We were introduced. No. But the truth of the matter is that we were introduced to a lot of vices. So in this generation, the
Sometimes these
proportions of
females self, some of us the guys, you see these females that will try to abuse the guys when they were young. They are virgins, oh, but they still try to abuse guys based on what they are exposed to. Younger guys,
so,
oh,
but
they might see girls in
yeah,
secondary school trying to abuse primary school boys.
yeah. So, but truth be told, yes, there will be a lot of virgins around. But it's
Sure.
not only 80-year-olds virgins. You can find virgins at 20, 25. It's just that in our generation, it will be less compared to previous generation because of the spread of
Yeah,
pornography
true.
and the
But
rest.
they just try to
So,
pretend and lie and all of that
yeah,
because
but they do exist. They do
they do,
exist.
they do.
Now, they do exist. So, okay, now, is from the streets now, his own major target is virgins and young virgins
Which
to
is
start
very wrong. He
with.
said he has met
Because
four. He said he has met four. Let me check that tweet again. He said he has met four in recent times. Like, bro, like, are you a virgin hunter? Like,
what?
bro,
Oh,
like,
wait, wait, wait.
what the hell? He said he
What
has
is
met
wrong now? What
four,
is wrong?
four,
Wait,
four
I don't
this
understand what
month,
is wrong.
four this
Wait,
month.
I want to, no, I want to understand exactly what is wrong. Him looking for virgins or the fact that the virgins
No,
are
is no,
18
it's
or
just
young.
that the thing is, there's nothing bad in looking for virgins. That's what you should even do if you want to have a successful relationship because it takes one to know and learn from experience. It's better to get with a virgin because all these ones that
Oh,
they've been around, they just
I have
the
a question to this. So I have a question to this now. Okay, you're looking for a virgin. Are you going to preserve her virginity until marriage? Or you're looking for a virgin to break
that's that's
her
that's that's a
virginity?
very strong argument. That's a very strong argument. Now, let's say for example, because I know he is looking for someone to get married to, yeah. But the thing is, does he
But that's
think
what we're
that
assuming.
yes, that's what we are assuming, no? Because if he's looking for them just to sleep with them, that's a very toxic thing to do. I wouldn't lie. Because why would he do that? Like you are just a busybody and just looking for young
Then
girls to
another
manipulate. Because
person
that
can
means
make
he's
the
being
argument.
that means he's an
Another,
is trying to he's just trying to outsmart them and use them.
yeah, okay, yeah, actually, because that it comes with deliberate intent.
Yeah,
If that is your target and you're looking for a virgin to break her virginity, that's a very deliberate intent. It's different from maybe she met a guy and the guy broke her virginity without even knowing that she's necessarily a virgin or not. It's happened, or maybe they just started dating. But if you're coming with this deliberate intent of targeting virgins just to break their virginity, that's ridiculous. That's toxic and wild. But now, and that's where my question lies. Are you coming to? Do you have plans of preserving that virginity until marriage,
that's the thing. That's the
and then you
point.
break the virginity, or you are now going to break a virginity before you guys married? When you guys are dating, and when you are dating, there is no guarantee that you are going to get married. So
Exactly. Except
if
he's looking to
probably
get
you have
married.
break a
Why has he met four? Why has he
even
met
if
four
he's
in the
looking
last
to
month?
even if he's looking to get married, there's no guarantee that you are going to get married because
Sure,
now you
because
are
there's a
broken
lot of
a
factors,
virginity,
family and
and that's
everybody. You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
just marry
you
their
are broken
daughter
a
now without them agreeing.
yes now. If you break a virginity before when you're dating, so whatever standard you have approached her with now, you have basically spoiled it for the next person
Sure,
if you
exactly.
guys break up.
And that memory will be
So but
stuck in her
okay,
head. So you're now defiling people and messing up their
now
experience
I
and
okay,
their
and you
innocence.
are saying yeah, and you are saying why has he met for? I believe you will have met a lot of ladies within that period, but maybe out of maybe the plenty has met four are virgins. I don't think he just stumbled on four virgins at a stretch.
Well,
I
you
don't
never
think
can
that.
tell. You
I
never can
doubt.
tell because
I doubt.
it will be a red flag if
I,
it's going out to search for them. And some of the tweets that we saw, some of
why
the
is it
tweets
a
that
red
we
flag?
saw,
Why is it a red flag? The problem here is the age for me. The problem here is the age, which is not even, mm, uh, which is to be honest, it's not even something that you can make or win an argument against in a company, in any court, whether in Nigeria or
sure,
globally,
legally, true,
because
true, true.
because the case here now, and where a lot of people are now saying, and I feel this is where a lot of people are just being emotional about it now. They are calling him a pedophile. So you cannot prove that in any court because you can never call an 18-year-old a child. An 18-year-old, as far as any country or legal institution is concerned, globally, is an adult. They are capable of committing crime and capable of going to jail for
Mm.
the full duration of the offense. They are not going to give you a different punishment for being 18 and committing murder, and then give
Yeah,
a 70-year-old a different because of the difference in age brackets. No, you
true,
guys will be
very true.
treated both as adults and be punished accordingly. Now, the argument and where a lot of people are faulting a lot of women that are coming out to critique this is, are they now demonizing marriage? Because we have seen them justify or vindicate a lot of
And
girls that are 18.
keep
They
in
are
mind,
18, that just turned
traditionally,
18 and started prostituting.
yeah,
So they have
traditionally in
come, they have
Africa,
come to
self, we used to get married earlier than this. In
go,
olden times, we
forget
used to
about that.
get
Forget about that. Yes,
married earlier,
true.
like
Now,
young men and young
globally,
women. Young men and young women were used to
globally,
be matchmaked, self.
globally, there was no fixed age for marriage. Like
Yeah.
it was more
Although
of like
it's
your
more
body clock when you have
reasonable,
matured.
it's more reasonable to at least clock 18 thereabout. And it's not like the husband should not
I'm
be an old
no,
man.
I'm saying global. I'm saying globally in the past. Globally in the past, there was
Okay,
no
okay,
fixed
okay.
age for marriage. Everybody, every
Sure, sure.
country, once you look matured and once you look capable, like
Even
you
some
can
of
marry.
these
And
Europeans, some of these
it was not just
Europeans
marriage.
used to do weird things.
When you look at history, when you look at history, a lot of kings became kings at a very young age. When they were 15,
Exactly.
16, they were emperors, they were ruling. So that holding powerful positions at that young age. You can imagine holding a powerful position like that at that young age, and then you cannot make a case that
Normally,
you can't marry.
another
They,
kingdom will even want to form an alliance with you and bring their daughter that is almost around the same age for you, so you can form an
but
alliance.
but I don't want to. I don't want us to discuss that. You are taking us back. We're not trying to justify history. We're
Sure,
talking
sure,
about now.
sure.
We're
So
talking about now. What is the
let's talk
validity?
about this popular
What is
tweet.
the
There's a popular tweet here from this girl called Roro, and she said
No, I think okay. I think
she tweeted
let's
in
deal out with the last.
2015.
Let's
She
no.
tweeted in
I think no. Let's
2015.
deal out with this last statement. Wait. Let's deal out with this last statement. This tweet that he made, which he
Okay.
said, "Go out and talk to women. Find a
Yeah.
young and innocent one, and groom her into the woman you want her to be to you. Leave Komodo dragons alone. Leave trash for Loma." So I think that's one of the major statements, or where um, maybe now I can start to understand his thought process. Because he's not just approaching an 18-year-old now for
Yeah.
marriage. He's now talking about grooming. So he's waiting for her
Helping them
basically to
grow.
he's waiting for her to turn 18. Once she's turned 18, he cannot legally start dating her. That's what I'm trying to understand from this whole thing. So once she turns 18, he cannot start legally dating her. So at that young age, he cannot groom her, which is now an adult, by the way. He
But
cannot groom
grooming is
her
a very
to
weird
become
thing to call it. Grooming, like, come on. Like,
but she's
it's
an
so
adult now.
weird.
She's an adult now.
Well,
That's the gray area, and that's where he can vindicate himself. That she's an adult now. There's a young adult, and to me, I feel, and for me, I feel like maybe. So I'm saying now she's an adult. She's 18 now, so that means they can date. Okay, he's not marrying her straight, so that means they can date. And I would do that time of dating. It depends on how long. 2 to 3 years, enough time for us maybe to grow and mature a little bit. But I say that word grooming that you use is a very kind of is it sounds like a very manipulative word
yes, that you
where
are
he'll be
intentionally
manipulating,
now.
controlling,
But
controlling
the thing
and
is, it depends on the context too. If he's doing it without the family of the girl knowing, that's a very big red flag. But if he's going about it according to what should be right under customs, traditions, the law, and everything, and under guidance, and he's not
how
trying
many
to.
people how many people date with she's an adult. Yeah, I still infantilizing her, that's the problem. How many people when they are dating their parents know about it? It's not most time when they are engaged. That's most times most people
Sure.
now
That's
come and
another
introduce their
part,
partners.
anyways. That's another part, and I feel
Because
is a problem with parenting because I feel like sometimes you need, even if it's not exactly, you need someone that is a strong influence. For females, a fatherly
yeah,
influence. Sometimes for males, you can also, apart from fatherly influence, you can also talk to a woman about some things so that they can guide you. Also, it's not just something you should be doing. It's kind of wrong to just be doing things outside of one's family knowing, actually.
Well, um, yeah, this our generation is. The problem is, well, I think we are finding it hard to accept that an 18-year-old is an adult, and I think that's where
Yeah.
we're having
And
issues.
another
And,
factor, I don't want us to dwell
and
too much on
morality is not
that.
law. Morality is not law. That's
Yeah,
one thing that people
I
need to
want to talk
understand, and I
about.
think that's what affects us in Nigeria here, because that's why we can have
I
jungle
want us
justice
to
and the rest.
switch a bit, Kane. I want us to switch a bit to the fact that these same girls that are complaining about, there's a tweet from this particular girl that is showing now on the screen that she's saying, "We are so sorry that guys your age want us young girls. So sorry." In 2015, she was saying that, and fast forward down to this 2024, she's saying, "How can a 31-year-old want a 22-year-old?" So that means she knows these people know what they are doing. The double standard, when they are younger they want
Yeah,
to date
yeah,
older men, but and
yeah.
because they can have access to older men with more resources, they want to date their age mates. But now that they are older,
Yes, exactly.
their age mates will
Yeah,
not want to date them, and
yeah,
they would now start throwing tantrums that why are their age mates going for younger
yeah.
females.
I'm verifying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a red flag.
The hypocrisy in play, and that's one thing we are coming to talk about, is the hypocrisy that a lot of women they are refusing to be rational about this issue because it doesn't serve their interest, basically, because they are
Mm-hmm.
older now, and so they can't. Yeah, out for an older woman or an older lady dating a guy that she's younger than. Sorry, dating a guy that's younger than her is rare. It's very rare
Yeah,
for you to see
they only
a
consider
girl
that
dating.
option when they've come of age.
And both times sometimes they will still want to hold the guy to still be financially buoyant. There are very few
Exactly,
ladies
and
that maybe they might
exactly
be financially buoyant
is
and
when they've
go
come of age and they
and,
are extremely old and their age mates don't want them any longer. That they now decide to go for these
yeah,
younger guys. And the thing is that in this rare case, when these females go for these younger guys, they have no complaint about it, but they suddenly cry foul when guys go for more innocent or younger females. It's something. It's something.
yeah, the hypocrisy is
And
many,
there's another
to be
factor, the
honest.
family factor. I'm just going through those tweets. I'm displaying them on my screen
And
right
then
now.
the
So
monetary factor also, we have not talked about that, because some of them are just here ranting. We have seen cases where girls 18, 20 marry rich guys, and these women come out in full support that she's
true,
securing the
true.
bag. She's
And
and then
she will be
don't,
set
at
up
that
for
point they don't
life.
see anything about pedophilia. At that point, they don't call anybody a pedophile. And a pedophile is somebody that even goes for people that are less than 30 years. So an 80-year-old is like an adult already. You cannot even call that person a pedophile. So I don't know where the pedophilia angle is coming from.
It's
Pedophilia is
crazy.
when you are going for children from 30
And
years and younger.
and the thing is, as much as I won't want a guy to be extremely old in this setting, but if a guy has so much going for himself, Europeans, just like a tweet the other day from a popular Twitter handle, he said these young guys, before they clock 22 or anything, they already have like 2 kids and they're already saving for their house. Like, you don't have to get extremely old. I feel the economy is also a huge factor in why people don't get married sooner in this part of the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And back in the days, our parents used to, when the economy was straightforward, where your economic class was based on how many farms you own, how many
Mm-hmm.
uh, animals or cattle you own. Our parents, our great grandparents back then were marrying at a very young age, at 25. Like my dad was even telling me recently that I think one of his boys came to work in our farm, and the guy is younger than me, and he's already married with kids in the
Exactly.
village, and that's because he's in the village. So basically, maybe their own social angle is different. They don't need to amass wealth to get married. And here, when you are more educated, maybe you are growing up in the town, in the city, so your own psychology is that I need to be extremely financially stable before I get married. So, and even if maybe you even get the money at a very young age, most times you want to board the thought of tying yourself down to marital responsibility and um, having kids and then having to support. So most guys don't even think want to have that at a young age. Most guys want to wait until their late 20s or early 30s before they get married. So
Some people are trying
apart
to
from the family,
gaslight men self that if they are 24, they don't have a reason dating 18 and 19-year-old women. That they should leave them for their 18 and 19-year-old men. And that's just the reality of the case. Is these women will not go for their age mates. There are very few ones that will go for their age mate because women like
yeah,
dating up. They like dating up.
exactly. If you are saying a 24-year-old cannot go for a somebody that's 18, 19, that means a 30-year-old too cannot go for somebody that is 25 also, Abby, or 24. Because
Exactly. Oh.
what's the logic? What's the reasoning behind that? Is it the age gap or is it the maturity gap? What exactly is the logic behind disqualifying 24-year-olds? Because they're still in their early 20s. They're still young. There is even a better option than 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds to be dating 18-year-olds. It's a very, very fair and better option. Because what we're even
Exactly.
talking about is dating, not even marriage. Which means
So
if you are to get married, because most times in Nigeria we date for a long period of time before marriage. Which means if you are dating, if you are 24 dating an 18 or 19-year-old, and you guys are maybe date for 3 years, by the time you're ready for marriage, the girl is like 22, 23, and you are already 27. And that's a very fair age bracket. So I don't know what exactly they're saying.
anyways, I understand. And sometimes too, the young brothers of those people might actually feel offended in some way. Especially, except they are having money they are collecting, because some people can be greedy too. Anyways, there are some people that are just concerned about selling their dignity and loved ones for the highest bidder. Now, if a billionaire should come now, they will easily give up control.
Yeah.
So, well, that brings us to the end of this video, and let us know what you think. A lot has been said, and we all cannot have different opinions. Let's just leave it up to everyone's the public discourse, and everybody should say what they feel and think in the comments. So, see you guys later. This has been a long one.
Yeah.